Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today we will talk about one of the most important cases of public international law carried out by the Inter-American Court of Human Rights. This being the case of Suriname State versus Saramaka people. To begin with, the case relates that the Saramaka people allege to the court that the state has not put in place effective mechanisms to recognize the right to use and dispose of the land that they have traditionally occupied and used. Also, that the state has violated the right to judicial protection to the detriment of such people by not providing them effective access to justice for the protection of their fundamental rights, particularly the right to own property in accordance with their communal traditions, and that the state has allegedly failed to adopt domestic legal provisions in order to ensure and guarantee such rights to the Saramakas, issues that we will address throughout this video.
On June 23 of 2006, the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights submitted an application to the court. The applicant was the Saramaka people through the representatives of the alleged victims. First, we have Mr. Fergus McKay of the Forest Peoples Program, second, Mr. David Padilla, and third, the Association of Saramaka Authorities. The defendant was the state of Suriname. The petitions of the Saramaka people were the following. First, that the court declared that the state of Suriname had violated the same rights alleged by the Commission. The rights were Article 21, right to property. Article 25, right to judicial protection in conjunction with Articles 1 and 2 of the American Convention. Also, they plead that the state had violated Article 3, right to judicial personality, by failing to recognize the legal personality of the Saramaka people. Moreover, the representatives submitted additional facts and arguments regarding the effects of the construction of a hydroelectric dam in 1960, arguing that they flooded the traditional Saramaka territory. Last, they requested certain measures of the reparation and reimbursement of the cost and expenses. This incurred in the processing of the case at the national level and before the international proceedings.
Facts. During the 1970s, the flooding derived from the construction of a hydroelectric dam displaced the Saramakas and created the so-called transmigration villages. This one line is the only reference in the Commission's application regarding the alleged displacement of members of the Saramakas people due to the construction of a dam, which the representatives referred to as the Afubaka Dam that in the 1960s flooded a lake traditional Saramakas territory. The court observes that the Commission did not develop in the application any legal arguments regarding the alleged international responsibility of the state for these acts. After that, there was an ongoing and continuous effects associated with the construction of the Afobaka Dam. The following alleged facts are: first, the lack of consent by the Saramakas people for said construction. Second, the name of the companies involved in the construction of the dam. Third, various figures regarding the amount of area flooded and the number of displaced Saramakas from the area. Fourth, the compensation that was awarded to those displaced persons. Fifth, the lack of access to electricity of the so-called transmigration villages. Sixth, the painful effect the construction had on the community. Seventh, the reduction of the Saramakas people's subsistence resources. 8. The destruction of Saramakas sacred sites. 9th. The lack of respect for the interred remains of deceased Saramakas. 10th. The environmental degradation caused by foreign companies that have received mining concessions in the area, and the state's plan to increase the level of the dam to increase power supplies, which will presumably cause the forcible displacement of more Saramakas and which has been the project of a complaint filed by the Saramakas before domestic authorities in the year 2003. Ratio decidendi. It is needless to say that the judgment made by the court constitutes per se a form of reparation, but also the state shall delimit, demarcate, and grant collective title over the territory of the members of the Saramaka people, in accordance with the customary laws and through previous, effective, and fully informed consultations with the Saramaka's people, without prejudice to the other tribal and indigenous communities. Finally, the state must apply legal and administrative measures to protect the community and remove any kind of normative that attempt to undermine the Saramaka's people.
Thank you for watching this presentation made by Sofía Benavides, Sebastián Triviño, and Laura Ángel.